All right, hello, my name is Karan. I'm here to talk to you briefly about team building. So let's go ahead and get started. So team building, the objectives for today are going to be understanding the purpose of teamwork, identify team building skills, describe stages of team development, practice interpersonal skills necessary for effective teamwork. So what do you guys think is a team? To me, I define it as this: people who assemble for the purpose of achieving a common goal. So team is practically people of us, we might be working on something together. So this will show you stuff the objectives of team building. So purposes and benefits of working in a team and how to build a team. Everybody's going to work and achieve a common goal. So as an employee, for me, if everybody's kind of helping me out, I'm going to be more satisfied in my job. And guess what? If people are helping me out, I understand the topics, I'm going to be increasing my productivity as well. And for the customer, it can increase the service. And also the product gets better. So this way it all kind of helps out. If everybody's working together or on the same page, it helps out to the entire organization. And this way you're allowed to combine your skills. It starts off with leadership, and then the technical and the interpersonal skills that you may use in team building. So the stages of team development. The first one is forming the team. So it's important to get the team together, get an idea of who's going to be part of the team, who helps you to get to your end goal. So storming is kind of like brainstorming. So for you to put together your facts, put together all your information that you have, put it together, and then norming is the next stage. Basically, that's when the actual process is. It's like you're putting the puzzle together. So you're putting all your pieces of the puzzle together, that's what norming is. And the last step is performance. So that team building in the end it's time for action. So let's put all the puzzles together. We've already done that, and now it's time to test it out. That's what performing is all about. There's two types of teams. One is traditional, and the other is self-directed. So the traditional teams are usually a team leader who make the decisions. So this way, all of us as employees would kind of put our information together and make sure the team leader understands it, so this way they can approve it or have us make some changes. The other one is individual performances. That's where they're evaluated. So your team leader is going to evaluate how much contribution did you make? So how did you help out the team? So next one is responsibility and authority that rests with the team leader. So the team leader is the one that takes the decisions. They get to put all the pieces together and evaluate it, what needs to be changed, what needs to be fixed. And then narrow skill set. This basically is all about details. Compared to self-directed teams, which are decisions that are made through group consensus. So basically it's all the group members, they come together and kind of probably vote on it if a topic we have maybe conflict on. So in the self-directed team, the team performance is evaluated rather than just the leadership. For the traditional one, the leader's going to take responsibility, so more likely they'll be the one probably to be blamed for it. While the self-directed team is for the team members. Everybody has to be accountable for all the actions that we've taken. So responsibility, as I said, it's all about the team members. And then on the self-directed teams, it's all about broader skill set. Compared to traditional, that's only one person that's kind of giving their final say. Self-directed is all of us. So I'm sure not just me or any of y'all here, we all gonna have some different opinions, get some different values and feedback into it to have a better team all together. So the team leader's role is pretty much a facilitator for problem solving. So if there's any kind of conflict or any kind of confusion, that's the job of a team leader to step in and resolve that conflict. The other duty of the facilitator is planning work schedule. So it's all about getting all the employees on the same page. So the other one is managing leadership. It's all about external. So on the outside of the team, it's all about communicating from different departments. For example, if you need something done that only is pertaining to your department, but the resources are coming from outside, so you're gonna have to collaborate between different departments, try to make sure, so that's the job of a leader, that has to communicate between the different departments to make sure the resources are gonna be available for the entire team when their assignment is up. So between other teams, it serves as the liaison for the team. So it's kind of a spokesperson, as that's what the role of the facilitator is. And the last one is here, managing relationships. So it's internal. So within our team, for example, we all are part of the team, and maybe Matthew was our leader. So it'll be Matthew's job to kind of make sure everybody's sticking to the plan and following the guidelines that we had set up at the beginning. And Matthew also is kind of dealing with the external factors. So he's the one going to be dealing with the departments that we need to support our project. And the last part that a team leader here will be ensuring team members accomplish tasks together. So it's not fair. As a team member, I don't want to put in more effort than anybody else. So it sounds fair. So everybody should be at an equal level. I'm sure if you guys, I know this is university level here, so if we've ever worked on a team project, everybody's kind of get their role. But if, for example, they don't meet their kind of goal or their expectation, the group kind of takes a hit, right? So how does it feel? So this way the team leader in here has to ensure, for example, if we have a project due by next week, this time, kind of get an agenda to focus on, by this day, if we don't have this done, let's go ahead and assign somebody else to do that task. So we don't want to stop. We got to get this process moving to complete our assignment. So to ensure the team's success, so as a leader, or the guidelines that you set up in the beginning is all about providing specific goals for the team. So, for example, if we have a project that we're working on, we're trying to reduce waste within, like, for example, plastic waste or something within our office. So for the team leader, is going to assign specific people that can deal with, if I'm assigning, for example, Matthew, I'll assign you to one of the departments. Maybe if it's the cafeteria part, how can we reduce waste on there? Maybe for Jessica, I can think maybe it's relating to our copying services, for example. They might have it. So we can assign different levels of tasks to other employees. So this way we can organize teams around the nature of their work. So usually I call them, the word I like to use is a product specialist or a subject matter expert. So if you're special, or that's your task, if you're specialized in one area, and I feel as a leader, this is something that Matthew will be best at. For Jessica, I might feel that the project B is something that you're probably going to be best at. As a leader, I would say, you know what, let's make it easy. Since these people already know what they're doing, let's assign them. So this way, when we come up with the final product, this is where team success comes into play. As far as the team leader, we come out with the provide support and encouragement. So even though any one of y'all might be stuck at a task, or Michael's stuck at something, even though he might be a product specialist on the case, it's the job of a leader to make sure that the task is still going to be completed at the end of the day. So I will provide support to you and find resources. If I can't figure something out, we can look into it, to find resources in order to help the team. So include team members in evaluation so they can measure their own expectations. So I'm sure everybody here, if we're putting our best foot forward, we want to get credit for it. So it's not fair to say, hey, you did this much work, but you're getting only so much credit. That's why self-evaluating is one of the best ways to get feedback from each person. So this way, as a team leader, can determine, hey, I do agree with this person. And Jessica, yeah, you did an awesome job. So as a leader, this also helps with team success. One of the last things is communicating effectively. As a leader, this is the most critical aspect of your job. It's going to be about communicating from the start to the end. So if any breakdowns occur, as a leader, you need to keep going. So if, for example, Matthew, you're sick one day, but we still need to get work done. Guess what? As a leader, I will say, hey, Michael or Jessica, can we have you fill in? And let's get you guys to probably get the work done. So this way we don't fall behind. So this was the presentation. Hopefully you guys learned. Do you have any questions?